Introduction to Module 1. Let's see, what are you going to learn in Module 1? What's the title? Construction Knowledge about Australian Residential Industry. Now, why do you need to have the construction knowledge? Well, when you don't have the construction knowledge, how can you communicate with the builder? How can you be an independent structural engineer and work on the designing projects when you don't know how things are built in Australia? So in this module, you will learn about the common products and terminology and different professionals such as building surveyors and that are involved in a residential project in Australia, and how to communicate with them and what are their responsibilities and so on. But let's have a quick look at the material, just a brief to just give you an idea of what you're going to learn in Module 1. Okay, as you see, I will be using lots of on-site photos, on-site videos, because you need to be able to see things, to visualize them, to understand them. So when I talk about brick pier, then you can see a photo showing brick pier, porch beam. What are the different types? You can have brick pier with solid brick pier, or you can have a brick pier just with a timber post inside and the brick around it is going to just be a facade, not a structural element. So I will run you through all the terminology using on-site photos and on-site videos I get out there, and I explain whatever you've learned in a video as well as images. And as you can see, everything will be highlighted, it will be so clear, and there won't be any confusion at all. Okay, so knowing the terminology is one part, but then the other thing is you need to be able to read the architectural drawings. If you're going to pass the whole course, throughout the course, we'll be designing two projects, and these projects are going to be part of your portfolio. So you're going to slowly build up your portfolio. So I design two projects from the start to the end, step by step. And all you need to do is just to follow what I do. Okay? But part of that, you need to be able to first thing first read the architectural drawings. So you will be given two sets of drawings, and if you're only purchasing Module 1, you will do the parts relevant to Module 1, and if you're purchasing the whole course, then you'll be doing all the parts for all modules. So once again, two sets of drawings, and in each module, we'll do parts of the project for each project. Okay, now after you learn how you how to read the architectural drawings, then you should be able to put the structural layout together. For example, when you have a roof pitch like that, and well, there are different ways that you can have the roof pitch. You can use trusses, you can use rafters and ridge beams. Now, what is the roof system that you'll be using? Is it up to you? Is it up to the architect? And if the architect tells you that he or she is planning to use a truss roof system, then how would you tackle that? What is the difference in terms of designing? So if you're designing a truss roof system or rafters and ridge beams, how would you tackle that? What's the difference between these two? Which we will cover that as well. Then you're going to be a structural engineer, right? In Australia. So you need to be able to read the structural drawings. You need to be able to know what is the structure of a set of structural drawings, what kind of detailing, what kind of page setups, what kind of page orientation should you expect, so you know that your drawings should follow those standards. A structural engineer designing residential projects provides 3 sets of documents: structural drawings, computations, and certification of design. So I will run you through all these documents and explain to you what will be covered in each document. Then we have the whole process. Like when you want to design something, well, it's not just you. You will be working with other professionals such as land surveyors, such as architects, councils, arborists, geotechnical engineers. Now, what do you receive from them? What is a land surveyor responsibility? Like, what part of project is he going to get involved in? And if you need to have a certain information, for instance, about the soil type, you'll be approaching the geotechnical engineer and you will be asking your geotechnical engineer to clarify a couple of things. But do you need to really just grab the phone or email the geotechnical engineer and just ask any questions? If things are obvious in the report, then your knowledge will be questioned if you can't find those pieces of information in the report. So you can't just ask any basic questions. You need to know what can you find in the geotechnical engineering report and find those pieces of information, and if you need extra information, then you can contact the people involved in the project. So you will learn how to read a geotechnical report. You will see a geotechnical report and what are the responsibilities of an arborist and when does the council get involved. So it's just basically the whole process. Who's doing what in a residential project. So you know who to approach when you need a certain piece of information. Then it will be all connected together so you can communicate with all the parties involved, which is the aim. You should be able to easily communicate with all the professionals involved in the project. At the end of the module, you will see a summary of all the things that we discussed. This summary is actually at the end of each video in the module. So I summarize each video to just wrap it all together and just organize the information that I just passed on to you to make it much easier for you. And also you can see I will put some flashcards so you can see here the parts that are blurred. Obviously it's because that's just an introduction to give you an idea, but then everything will be summarized and categorized to make it as easy as possible for you. Also, I used lots of sketches and images, as I said at the start of the video, to just put everything graphically in here, not just using terms and terminologies. Now, after each submodule, you will be asked to do some quizzes to make sure you understood the content and you've learned all the material. And if you haven't, then it's the time for you to practice and just test yourself and see how you did in that submodule. Then we have Learnpedia course discussion groups. So you can talk to other students doing the course. If you have any question, you can just put the question in the group and you will get the answer for your question. So it's just, you're not just on your own. You're in contact with other students that are doing the course with you at the same time, but obviously they're not in the same place. But with today's technology, and thanks to the internet and all the online platforms that we have access to, that's not an issue anymore. So if you have any questions, you can pop the question in the group and just share ideas and answers and help each other out. Okay, at the end of this module, you will get a digital badge and certification. Now, what's a digital badge? A digital badge is an electronic badge that you can put on your LinkedIn profile. So this way recruiters can see the badge, and when they click on it, they can read what have you learned in this course. Also, you will be given a hard copy of the certification as well, in case you need it for any other purposes such as registrations and so on. If you purchase the whole course, you're gonna have internship as well. So part of our packages, we've got the course and internship together. So if you purchase the package that comes with internship, then you will get other projects to work on during your internship, and you will be in touch with students doing the course from anywhere on this planet Earth. So it's not like you're just limited to who you have available in your country. There's no limit. So I will be assigning projects to you throughout the internship, and then once you start the project, as you go, as you work on the project, you check your results with the results that I put on the platform. So you get to compare and see what part is not right. Okay, so that's part of the internship. Not only throughout the course, if you purchase the whole course, you will do 2 projects from the start to the end, which is 2 projects in your portfolio. But if you purchase the internship, you will have other projects as well in your portfolio, so you get to practice more and more and more till you become master at it. Okay, now there's another part, digital badge and certification, but this digital badge and certification is if you pass the whole course. So if you pass the whole course, then you will get a digital badge and certification for the whole course. But if you pass just module 1, you will get certification and digital badge for just this module, not the whole course. Now, considering all that, you having number of portfolios, you are being qualified and knowing all the little tips and points about designing residential projects in Australia. When you apply for a job, of course, you're going to win, right? So, I provided all the things that you need in terms of practical information, technical information, and the support, and the portfolio. All you need to do is just to do your best and do the course to the best way you can, and there's no doubt that you can't get a job. It's so easy. All you need to do is just to get the information and work on it. Alright, I can't wait to see you in Module 1, and I can't wait to see you throughout the whole course.